So you want to get your pilot's license. Probably a couple things you should know before you attempt this dangerous maneuver, because it's not as simple as going to your local airport and taking a driving test. Clearly, it's a little bit more complicated. There are two big problems when getting your pilot's license. It's time and it's money. And that seems to be every problem in life, isn't it? Well, it's a problem here too. If you've got the money and you've got the time, you're good. AJ, how much money and how much time? Okay, but you asked for it. I got my pilot's license in about 7 months. I would say that's decently quick, but there's two different ways you could do it, and you could do it faster, and you could do it slower. There's Part 61 schools and Part 141 schools. Depends on how you want to learn. Part 141 school is a full-time flight school, so that's something that you go to an accelerated course. You'll see advertisements for accelerated courses where you can get your private pilot license in 2 weeks, maybe a month, something like that. That's a Part 141. You go, you live there, you fly every single day, you're studying every single night, and you just grind it out till it's done. That's a Part 141 school. Great, it's time efficient, but the cons are that you may get your license with a few less hours, so you might have a little bit less experience. It's also a quite rushed process, so if you can't learn all of the head material and all the book material really quickly to pass the tests, you won't really be able to excel there because you got to be learning the book stuff as fast as you're learning the flying stuff so you can get out in that month. Also, you got to take off work or have an entire month or however long the school is to completely devote to that, and have all of your living expenses at home paid when you go away, and then have all your living expenses while you're away covered there too. And the schools tend to be a little bit more expensive. So that is a more expensive route, but it's more time efficient. Now, if you want more money efficient but less time efficient, then you're going to be looking at a Part 61 school. A Part 61 school is what most flight schools are. The one at your local airport that you already Googled before watching this video, yeah, that's probably a Part 61 school where you get an instructor and you schedule when you can fly, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week, however frequent you're able to do it. You do your studying at home or online and things like that, and then eventually, once you get all the hours in and all the requirements, you take your test. Now, that's what I did. I did a Part 61 school. I flew 2 to 3 times a week, and I got done in about 7 months. So the cons of a Part 61 school is that it's going to take you a lot longer to get that license, but you can still do it at your local airport if you have a flight instruction at your local airport. You don't got to take time off work to do it, and you could do it at your own pace, however your schedule allows. It's also a little bit cheaper because you're not really paying for the premium comfort of getting it all done in one whack, and you don't have to pay for living expenses at whatever school you're going to because you're just commuting there from your home. I made an entire spreadsheet, which I can't find, at a Part 61 school, flying 2 to 3 days a week, and I got it in 7 months, and the grand total was $14,200. But wait, there's a couple stipulations with that. Stipulations, not. So I am from California, which means I was paying California prices, and this was also about 2.5 years ago, before gas prices really got out of, the ordinary, I suppose. I got my license with 68 hours. 68 hours, which is a little bit more than normal. It must be because I'm bad. The requirement that Google will tell you is 40 hours, but I can almost guarantee you nearly 0 people get their license done in 40 hours. The national average is 60 to 80 hours, which I fell right in the middle of. Now, at a Part 141 school where you're doing a very fast training, it is more likely that you will get closer to that 40-hour mark, but overall, it still costs a bit more, at least in my research and my experience, that it costs a little bit more to get your private pilot license through a Part 141 school as opposed to a Part 61. But, Hey, Dad.
Hey, buddy, where you at?
So now that the gas prices are a little bit worse, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but the cost of your flight training is going to be broken up into a couple different groups. One is aircraft rental. You're going to have to rent the airplane that you're going to fly, and that costs a certain amount per hour. The flight school is either going to charge you for it wet or dry. And what that means is if it's dry, then the rental price is just for the airplane. You got to put the fuel in it afterwards at your own expense. If it's wet, then that means the cost of the fuel while you fly it is included in that rental price. The other thing that you're going to have to do is pay for an instructor. Those guys are usually not included with the airplane rental, and you got to pay them an additional fee per hour as you fly. Once you get later into flight training and you fly by yourself, then you're not having to pay for the instructor to be in there with you. you're only paying for the rental and the fuel. Then you're gonna have to pay for some, most likely, aircraft insurance. Depending on the flight school, you're probably gonna have to pay for some additional renter's insurance. And then you're gonna have fees for like the exam, the check ride, and other miscellaneous stuff that you might need along the way, like charts and compasses and things like that. So prices are gonna vary depending on where you go, but if you're like me and you don't have a girlfriend, you should have just a fine time paying for it. Anyways, if you have any questions about the whole private pilot process, ask them down in the comments below and I'll make a video for you. But anyway, I'm gonna take this thing and go blast, so see ya.